doing all that.
Don't mind me and my tea bag.
Yeah. What kind of tea you got there?
It's called Bengal Spice. Got a little kick to it.
Nice.
Went an alternate route other than coffee this morning.
Nothing wrong with a bit of tea.
I know. Nothing wrong with a bit of tea. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Tech Tuesday. My name is Ben.
I'm Tim.
And we are here for another episode for the people before Christmas, which is why the garland. Merry Christmas to you and yours. And we're going to jump right into some questions. We're going to jump into some questions.
We can jump into some questions here.
All righty. So I think you read last time, so I'll jump in first.
Go ahead. By all means, I don't mind.
Terry Hatfield says, so I'm the guy that brought up the competitor's fuel system on Facebook. LOL. Now we wait for the in-tank and surge tank systems from Aces. It's a race to see if either of them are available before I have to have the fuel system done for my winter kill shot install after the engine build. I'm voting for the in-tank if to have priority, please. And so that's referring to the in-tank systems that we recently acquired from Hyperfuel that you so quickly released to the public in our last video.
No, it's Aces Fuel, man.
It's Aces Fuel now.
Yeah,
it's Aces.
We went straight up with that one.
Yep.
I hope to see that in the next month or so. Hopefully, because we got a few samples and everything, but honestly, where we just kicked up production line on it, we got to make the things and get them here. They're already proven. They're already tested. Yep. That's all cool. We don't have to worry about all the ins and outs. Does it line up? Does it fit? Does it work? Nah. It was already an existing thing, and now it's ours. So, hooray.
I would say if it's not here towards the beginning of the year, it'll probably be March around that time. So it's got to be one or the other. It'll either be towards the beginning, depending on how quickly they can ramp up production. I do know that as sales have increased, we've had to focus on just increasing manufacturing for everything that we do. So if there is a delay on putting that out there, that's going to be why. We just released our quick draw system. I believe you can actually go ahead and pre-order and or order that online. We'll be getting those here later this week. So that is really awesome. So there's a lot going on at Aces. But as far as the new fuel systems, that'll either be January or around March sometime. So keep your eyes open for that.
Yeah, that's super exciting. Jamie's Spalding 8504. Thanks for the tech talk. I'm installing the kill shot on a 48 Chevy panel van with a 350 motor. Sweet, it's going to work out real good. That's not really a question. I'm just saying that's cool, man. I like that a lot.
Straight up.
Yeah.
This is a statement.
Yep. I would go with the timing control. It's just a little bit more distributor, coil, all that jazz gets set up. I mean, you can do a whole lot of tuning. But the best part about doing old vintage vehicles is, for me, from my point of view, is when you're setting in something that's nearly a century old and you got the laptop out and you're doing stoplight to stoplight with it. Mm-hmm. That's a hoot. Mm-hmm. The first time I ever really experienced that was in my old camper. I'm out there testing launch control because I'm probably the only person in central Kentucky with a camper with launch control. I'm testing that and getting it up on the foot brake. And I end up racing a Honda Odyssey minivan in my camper. I got him. I got him. So we didn't break the speed limit. Neither one of us did, but I got him. I'll get this next one. Durham 9191. Any plans on releasing names of tuners? You guys have been looking for tuners a couple months now. I know nothing about tuning, but it would be nice if I was able to upload tunes when I go to Boost. So we're going to have a little map locator on our website. We're still building that.
I think it's there, actually.
I think the only person on there is Rusty right now up in Indianapolis.
It's there, but it's not very filled out.
The authorized tuner thing, it seems like an easy thing to do, but it is very involved of making sure that everybody here is cool with somebody's tuning method. Are they going to make good choices? Do they do good tunes? Are they well known? It's not even about the popularity. It's like, can this person plug in and make good choices for our customers and still, offer a decent enough rate to get a solid tune down and not charge people crazy amount of money or have like a horrible reputation for letting all the magic smoke and extra bits out of the motor. So There's a lot of things that go into saying yes, this person is good to go.
Yep.
But there'll be a little locator map, so you'll be able to kind of go by zip code or state, figure out who's closest to you. Some of these people are going to also offer remote tunes as well.
Yep. So if you see people on there and you're not nearby, but they have a good repertoire, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Background, and they do have some remote tuning capabilities or stuff you can download, you can give them a call. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to help you out there.
Mara Auto Inc.
Auto Inc.
Yeah.
Mara Auto Inc. That's probably exactly what it is. Love the tech talk. I love
Thanks.
the tech talk. Tech talk. Did you say that in the last video?
I don't know.
Tech talk. Oh, we did. I think I was commenting on your tech abilities, your tech talk.
I don't.
Anyway,
I just read different books.
Love the tech talk. Have the Killshot Master Kit on a 79 Trans Am. Can't get my IAC down below 88 and 89. Put the car in drive and it rockets up to 140 to 150 and will barely run. I work nights and the tech line is tough for me to get into. Tried to email but told to give a call. Appreciate any help.
Huh.
Cool. Yeah.
With this IAC issue going on here, 88 to 89, make sure to get up the temperature and adjust it the best you can. If you're having it, even if you
the screw, right? Adjust the screw.
Yeah, even if you've opened it up, like when it's up to temperature and you've adjusted your throttle plates open a little bit more to lower that IAC value, and you're still having a high IAC, make sure your TPS has been zeroed, and you actually may have something related to timing control going on there.
Yeah,
because I've had timing be a few degrees off and really severely mess with the IAC and how it runs whenever you go into gear.
Yep. And the other thing I will say about this, I don't know what version of the software that you have. We talk about this all the time, but older versions of the software will sometimes run into those kinds of issues as well. So check to see on our website if you have one of the newer versions of the software, and you can go ahead and update that. There's a video on on our YouTube channel of how to do that. I think I linked it in one of our previous videos. If not, you can go check that out. Or if you want to call customer service, they'll be happy to walk you through how to do that as well. So yeah, adjust IAC after you're up to the temperature on the screw. Check your software, and you said one more thing. My mind just blinked.
Timing. I'm suspecting your timing's a bit off. I've had that, but make sure to get it up to temperature. Verify what your timing is, and all that. But
15 degrees.
One thing you'll run into is if your O2 sensor is reading incorrectly, if it's in a bad section of pipe or if there's an exhaust leak before it, even a little 1/8 pinhole will mess with all these values. Usually it's a header flange gasket or poorly placed O2 sensor. But yeah, so you got too much fuel, it's going to want to bring in more air. If your timing's off, it's going to be weirdly fuel, and it's going to want to bring in more air. Yep. So your timing should be floating around 15 degrees, chilling at idle. Your IX should be about 20. Your pulse width should be floating around 2 milliseconds of pulse width. Your AFR number should be between 13.5 and 14.3, depending on the motor. And if all those things are true and your idle is reaching its target, then you're pretty dialed in. Yep. But you kind of got to get an idea, and I think I need to, now that I have a little more time to make tech videos, is really go through, if this value is off, what does that mean and how can you fix it? I think that'd be an hour-long video, but I think it'll be a good one to do.
An hour-long video?
You can't make
we're already in the process. I almost did what you did.
Oh. Calm down, Tom Holland. He almost spilled that tea, literally. We're making a pretty sweet video about some stuff. It's out.
All right, Aces, EFI owners, and techs. I want to just get to these if we can get to them during after we finish YouTube comments, just to answer a couple of these because they're pretty recent. Nick Bova says, just received my Royal Flush. Does anyone have pictures on how they ran the wiring harness on a small block Ford? Just looking for ideas. Thanks. We do have a manual.
Well, there's that too, but Really, the only big difference on the small block Chevy and Ford for one like Royal Flush related things is going to be distributors in the front, and that's why we put that extension harness in there because it comes with a magnetic distributor. There's like a, I think it's a 3 meter, isn't it?
Yep.
No, it's a 1 meter. It's a 1 meter extension harness. That way you can still.
Oh, I thought you meant the main harness.
No, not the main harness. The extension sub harness for the distributor, the VR plug. We put a 1 meter extension in there. That way, on a Ford application, you can still keep your wiring harness nice and tidy at the back of the motor, then run the extension harness up to the front, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah. All right. Brad Fletcher says, I prefer a classic look, but like the ability to view information the Aces Killshot offers. $15 cell phone stand did the trick, and utilize the existing dash screw to mount it. Okay.
Oh, I like that.
That's actually pretty cool.
That's pretty clean. I struggle with finding mounting plates. I'm actually about to pull our LSSwap Blazer. I'm going to pull all the radio stack out. Is that what you call it in a car world?
I think so.
In an airplane world, it's a radio stack. But so I'm going to pull all the center stuff out and make like a really sweet panel with some vent holes in it, and then put my 7-inch dash in there. I think it's going to be pretty nice. Man, that Blazer's rowdy, dude.
It is. It's pretty intense.
You should have heard our boss out there this weekend. Cops sitting across the street. He's holding it at 4,000 RPMs collecting data. This thing is like, it's got like some super tins on it or something. And
I wonder if the cops just come to watch at this point.
I really don't know. They was
like,
here.
Please pull out. Please pull out of the driveway.
They've waited for me.
Yeah.
They've waited for me. I don't have to leave the lot very often, but I was out there testing the two-step on the Aces truck. Just getting after it and coming off the switch and getting after it, coming off the switch. And they were sitting directly across the street from me, making eye contact, just ready for a guy. So I got their hopes up, and then I just parked the thing and turned the key off and walked back in the office for a while and got a coffee. But don't be testing your two-step when you got straight pipes on your Chevy in the middle of the night.
Sparrow.
Jackson Sparrow. So this cat, he's on our Facebook group. He's putting the injectors in. They're super tight, which is true. They fit tight. On the jackpot fabricated intake, all that jazz. I use Seal Glide. It's super goopy, or I use Trans Goo. It's super, super sticky and slick. But the deal is that the coating plus the machined hole down in there, it's pretty snug. They do go. You can go without destroying it, but, I've done this in the past. I've actually removed the coating to get a really, really good seal down in the injector bore itself. They'll go into the rails like no problem, but going down into the intake itself, into those bungs that's down there, they fit super snug. I've seen smaller O-rings be installed, but still seal, and I've also seen the coating get removed. On my personal ones, I just removed the coating because I like a really nice polished finish down there, and, not really massive deal. Now, there is the issue of, disturbing the surface set out of aluminum and it corroding later. That's a bit of a risk factor, of course, always. And it's a stainless cap on the end of it, so you end up with dissimilar metal or galvanic corrosion potentially down the road as well. So it'll make some, that nice white powdery corrosion. But just risk factors.
Yep.
They still fit. They're just tough. You just got to make sure to lubricate them real good.
Hey everyone, thanks again so much for watching this episode of Tech Tuesday. If you liked it, please leave a like down below. If you have any questions about Aces or EFI in general, you can also leave a comment down below. And if you see any Aces Tech Tuesday media anywhere else on social media, please feel free to give it some love. We want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, as this is the Tech Tuesday before Christmas. I'm going to put a little Santa hat on your head.
I should have wore a Santa hat.
It's there. It's there.
I've got the awesome embroidery machine. I'm thinking about making like Aces Santa hat. I'll put that on the schedule.
Yeah, we can do that too. Just to have in the future.
It'll be fun.
But yeah, thanks again so much for watching this episode of Tech Tuesday, and we will see you guys in the next one after Christmas. Bye-bye.
Bye now.